Meanwhile, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, in a phone call with the US President Joe Biden, agreed to temporarily send humanitarian aid and fuel to the United Nations via the key Kerem Shalom crossing. The arrangement is in place until the legal mechanisms are agreed upon to reopen the Rafah border crossing. US President Joe Biden is expected to send a senior team to Cairo next week for further discussions with Egypt and Israel for the reopening of the Rafah crossing. According to the United Nations, between May 7th and May 23rd, only 906 truckloads entered the enclave of 2.3 million people, and only 800 of those truckloads were food. Meanwhile, Israeli settlers carrying national Israeli flags gather near the Kerem Shalom crossing and attempt to block the entrance of the humanitarian aid.
These trucks are taking food to Hamas. Hamas are murderers, rapists, terrible, terrible people. We think that our government has been forced by the Americans to give them this food.
Now, with aid deliveries shut, food supplies waiting to enter the Gaza Strip from Egypt has begun to rot. This comes as Palestinians are grappling with worsening hunger crisis. More than 2,000 UN and international NGO trucks are waiting to enter Gaza, including the 1,574 that are carrying food supplies. There is a heavy backlog of aid on the road between the Egyptian side of the crossing and the town of Al Arish, about 45 kilometers west of Rafah. The aid groups say that the goods loaded on the trucks for days are spoiling in the sun. Workers had to offload flour because of the risk of it rotting. Some aid trucks are parked in Egypt's northern Sinai for more than 2 months. As the food items rotted, they had to be thrown away or sold cheap. The flow of aid significantly slowed due to the Israeli inspections and military activity inside the Gaza Strip. Global Hunger Monitor is warning of imminent famine in parts of Gaza, which is home to 2.3 million people. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.